How's it going, everyone? Lately, I've been thinking about what it means to be a photographer on YouTube. Obviously, there's still the traditional sense of being a photographer where you're a nomad and you're out there shooting for National Geographic, or you're doing wedding venues, or you're doing product photography, but not everybody wants to do that sort of thing. Not everybody wants to run their own gallery, per se. But what I'm seeing a lot nowadays is social media photographers. I think it's mainly because social media brands want to shoot with social media photographers. They want somebody with a following that can advertise their products to a wider audience so that they can collab and get more reach. Gone are the days where a brand would just hire a photographer because of their skill and their portfolio. Nowadays, you need the following, you need the social proof. For smaller photographers, it's quite daunting because we're out here trying to carve our own name, carve our own way through thousands of photographers on all sorts of different platforms. That sun is really bright and these mosquitoes are brutal. See, Instagram is not a friendly place for photographers anymore. Stock photo sites are completely oversaturated with thousands of photos. It's hard to get your work out there and bought. I always say go out and shoot because you love photography, but at the same time, it'd be nice to make some money on it. It would be nice to make a career out of it, or even just a paycheck, even just like a couple $100 a month, something like that. Because the thing is, getting paid for what you love doing is absolutely incredible. Really, it's gonna rain on me when I decide to shoot. It's the sun's out, and the mosquitoes are out, and it's raining. What the hell, man? But getting back to the point, like all other social media platforms, YouTube is littered with photographers trying to make their own way. And if you're just starting out, you're probably asking yourself, is it worth it? Well, yes, but also no. The reason why I say no is because it's hard. It is overwhelmingly hard to build an audience on YouTube or just any social media platform. If being a YouTuber is what you want to do, I suggest going out and finding a smaller niche that's kind of untapped, like maybe a gardener or yo-yos. I don't know, something like that. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about photography. See, I think the problem with starting a photography channel is that there's a certain level of quality you have to have. People expect quality from you because if you're coming into the scene as a photographer, you got to know lighting, you got to know staging, you got to know a whole bunch of different things that, if you're just taking photos, you might not know how to do the other things that are more video related. And, it's different when it comes to like a gardening channel or a yo-yo channel. People don't expect to have that sort of level of quality because, somebody who's playing with a yo-yo probably doesn't know how to set up a scene, doesn't know how to set up studio lights, doesn't know all that. So people don't really expect it. If you do know how to do that sort of stuff, then it's a huge plus. You'll stand out more than anybody else. But I feel with a photography channel, you have to get to a certain level of quality, otherwise people don't really take you seriously. Trust me, I was there. My first videos were rough, and they still are. I'm still learning, and I come from experience working on sets and whatnot. I wanted to be an actor for a while. I've been on small sets, I've been on large sets, I've seen it. I was really into it. I wanted to go to film school, but even still, I feel like I don't know, I feel like I know the littlest amount, and I'm just getting by. Can you stop biting me? My God. So, if you are thinking about starting a photography channel, I would look into all of the video aspects if you don't know how to do it. I would go on YouTube, I'd go on Reddit, I'd search up all the things you don't know how to do and just really try and learn how to do those. But don't wait to jump in. I say jump in and learn it along the way because it's better to start now than start 2 months from now. Trust me, even though I'm a small channel, it is so fulfilling. I have found so much fulfillment in just doing this, in this little YouTube endeavor. I absolutely love it. And I want you to feel the same way. I'm not saying you won't succeed if your video quality isn't good or your audio isn't good, but it does help immensely to have at least a little bit of knowledge in that field because you want to stand out among the thousands of other photographers out there trying to make their own way. Because in this whole market of YouTuber photographers, that are making their own thing, nobody can be you. Nobody has your personality. You can stand out by just being you. You can look at these large photography channels and get discouraged because they have all these fancy effects, they have all these different camera angles. But the thing you got to look at is that they started out somewhere too. They probably started out on a whim. Now that they have teams and all these people working for them to make the most high quality polished videos, well, odds are they were just in their bedroom making videos when they first started out. And I think there's been a shift lately in the community, just on YouTube in general, to more grounded content. People want to be there with you, enjoying, your adventure. They don't want, all the flashy effects. They don't want to feel like they're watching a Netflix show. They want to be there with you personally. It's a lot easier to make a connection with someone when it feels more grounded, as opposed to making a connection with something that feels like a Netflix show. So I say just start and get better with each video. Try something different each time. Get a little bit more knowledge every time you upload a new video. See, I'm not even making this video just for you guys. I'm also making this video more for myself as well, to kind of remind me that, hey, keep going, because this is amazing. This photography channel has made me step out of my comfort zone, try new things that I never thought I would try before in photography. It's really made me a better photographer, I think. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just do it. 100% worth it, man. Like, I'm not kidding. It's so worth it. And hey, if you find out you don't like it, it was worth the shot. But I have a feeling you're gonna love it. I can't wait to see what you guys make. And if you enjoy this sort of content, subscribe. I'd love to see you guys back here hanging out in another video. All right, have a good one. Peace.